Hi, I'm Ashley, and I help people to speak the way they've always wanted to speak. One of the things I help people with is pronunciation, particularly pronunciation in what's known as a standard Southern British English accent, which is a variant of what's known as RP, or received pronunciation. I also help people with lots of other things like public speaking, presentation skills, breath work, and helping people to develop a richer, fuller, deeper voice. So if you're more interested in those things, then click the link to my website in the description box below. Otherwise, let's get started. Today's lesson is on the pronunciation of the R, the letter R. Now, there's another part of this, which I'll cover in another video, and I'll reference that in a moment. We're actually just dealing with the pronunciation itself. And there are many, many, many types of R's around the world in different languages and in different pronunciation systems. We're only focused on this one. So in this accent, what they do is they curve the tip of the tongue up in the front of the mouth. So the tip is pointing towards the roof of the mouth, or what's known as the gum ridge or the alveolar ridge. And the lips are either slightly sort of, they're parted, slightly pouting, just a little bit, and the sound is travelling over and around the tongue, or it's actually a growing trend for people to touch their lower lip against their upper front teeth. I don't tend to encourage people to do that because it sort of blocks the sound as it travels out. So the way I'm going to teach you is to have the lip, the lower lip, down a little bit. So it goes something like this. R. R. Now then, the kind of pitfalls that you might fall into is having the tongue too close to the roof of the mouth. Maybe something like R. R. And when I'm helping people from the Indian subcontinent, that tends to be something of what some speakers do. Your tongue might actually be touching the roof of your mouth, albeit very briefly. So for example, something like ra, ra, or maybe even ra, ra. There's many accents and languages around Europe that tend to do something of that. Or the back of your tongue might be all the way up in the back of your mouth, touching what's called the uvula, right in the back part of the palate. Something like ra, ra. And that means that, and the speakers who tend to do that are particularly from France. There are some accents around the world that do that, but particularly Parisian speakers tend to do that. So there's lots of variation, and all we really need to know is what are we doing with the lips, what are we doing with the tongue in order to sound this way. So pout the lips a little bit, have the teeth a little bit apart, and then curl the tongue up, almost like it's a wave that's going back into the back of the mouth. Have a go with me. Ra, ra. And you hear it in words like these. Rip, ran, railway, rocket, crash, scream, marry, carry, worry. So it's all about curving the tongue up and pouting the lips slightly, not having the tip too far up and not having the back of the tongue high at all. The back of the tongue is low just during the sound itself. Before I share with you some sentences that you can practice, it's just worth knowing that I have a free course around the standard Southern British English accent. And I'm going to leave a link in the description box below and a link at the end of the video for those people who are interested in signing up for that. So here are some sentences. The road we live on is right next to Reading train station. Thankfully, Chris is through the really problematic phase of his treatment. Ralph is always running late. His unpredictability is infuriating. I've been brought the wrong files. Who is responsible? Would you carry that furry grey cat and put him outside the orange basket? So I have a free course all about standard Southern British English pronunciation, which you can find the link to at the end of this video and in the description box below. If you're interested in anything else that I do and my private coaching, then head to my website. Again, the link is in the description box below. I've got more videos coming up, so keep a lookout for those. Maybe subscribe to my channel, and I will hopefully see you very soon. Bye-bye.